person from the Children's Institute on Friday.
Oh, yes, we met
And-
with them Friday too. They came with Skyja.
Yep.
Yep.
What time was yours?
They're asking me.
Was it after 9 or before?
We were in the afternoon, I
Oh,
think.
well, I had spoken highly of you
Thank you for lying.
before they got to you then.
Yeah, Lisa and I met with them. We're doing a lot of these things already, but I think she's gonna talk to her and see if there's any resources or anything so we can do it better.
Well, it sounded like if they took us under their wing, that there
That
would be possible funding.
I don't know if we're gonna be one of the 2 to 5 that they pick. You know, she was saying things about us, and then she said, but I've said that to everybody else meeting with. Which is, it's awesome.
You just go in earlier?
It depends, like we have some hourly employees.
Well, I met with her at the end of the day and she spoke highly of Judy in Gold Beach and of you and Lisa.
I'm good.
It's, yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, people that are facing the MSRs.
Oh my gosh.
Can't do it, and then.
Yeah,
everyone's
no,
union
yeah,
can't do it.
It means he's coming in now, please.
There she is, perks of working in the back by yourself.
Happened today.
Except for you're right next to it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of windows too of mine.
Yeah,
It's nice though, I can't do like the dark.
I don't blame you.
It feels
It's like me in a closet.
They kind of have history too.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, let's call our budget meeting to order. I'll turn it over to our budget chair, Denise Wilms.
I showed up.
Did you notice before you? I knew you were.
So today. Okay, where are we at? Okay. So we are looking at public input. Have any public input on?
Don't believe we have public here. Is there any public on TV?
No.
All right, that makes it easy. The proposed budget questions and answers.
Okay, so I believe Kara sent those out to you. We did not have very many questions. So if you've read through those, if you have anything you need clarified or other questions came up. Now I'm share. Word for clarification.
Any questions on what was given to us in advance? Seems like we have no questions forthcoming. So,
Before you move past that one, I have questions, but I do have a couple of things that I feel like I should share with you. Our budget, the minute that we produce it in any year is inaccurate. Because things change from the day we continue spending after we publish it. So we've put in place a spending freeze a few weeks ago. Not because we were in financial difficulty, but just trying to save as much money as we can. And it's the end of the year. If you haven't bought it now, you very likely don't need it. So it's only on approval basis that will adjust our ending fund balance and things. The other thing that's really up in the air this year is federal funding. We believe Title I reading is going to be held harmless at least for a year, but Title II and IV funds are going away completely. Our rural education program funds from the feds, that is going down for sure. I have a meeting Wednesday, with the person at ODE that does that to see how much, and complete the application. We have some staff who we know are going to resign, and that could impact things. So I just wanted to share that everything in there is accurate and what we provided is accurate, but it is also got some inaccuracies just due to the process. The other piece is state funding. As is the way in Oregon, we are almost done with our budget process, and just last Friday, was it Friday or Thursday, we got the message from all the entities at the state that revenue forecasts are down. And that will definitely impact how the legislature finishes their session. They have been talking about a number of 11.37 billion for schools. And there is always potential when the revenue forecast comes in that they will not fund it at that. That's their number that they're talking about, but the final vote has not happened. I believe that that will probably stay the same, but they will find other ways to offset that negative revenue forecast. There was talk that they were going to fully fund special education, which right now we only get funded for 11% of our students, not all of them. So they were going to move to fully fund special ed. We have high cost disability students. It's also special education dollars. You can spend sometimes up to $150,000, $200,000 for one student's education. And we get a little over 10 for each one. So if we have a high needs student, that can take up 20 kids' funding. So we have to make adjustments for that. There was talk that they were going to adjust that number also and probably not fully fund high cost disability students, but come a lot closer than they do now. And I believe those two sped measures will go by the wayside. And then there may be some other things they deal with too. And education's not the only budget that will take the hit either. But just want to share that we get in the middle, we start this process and we know from the start that we're not as accurate as we would like to be to the penny, which we are when we're balancing everything going through our audits, but in the budget process, we're not. And then there are a lot of things up in the air right now with funding, which we have accounted for as much as we can in the budget, but it remains to be seen what actually happens with the legislature at the state level and what Congress actually follows through with at the federal level. So just want to share those things as trying to be transparent with the process and being upfront that as much as we do this and we try to have everything matched to the penny here, that really doesn't happen until June 30th every year when we submit our final books and then things are pretty much ready to go to the auditor.
Budgets are just your best guess.
Yeah, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's more of a guideline. Anything else to add, Tara?
I think that's just about everything. We did budget for anticipated budget cuts at the federal level, but again, it's just kind of a guessing game. And pray for the best and stand for the worst.
Yeah, that is another piece that we do when we're going through the budget. We try to budget high so that if there are changes, they come in low. If there's surprises, they're not surprises that put us behind. So that's what I have for you on the information and questions.
Okay, so are we ready to entertain a motion? We have motion cheat sheets?
No.
I don't believe we do. So I guess the decision that you have to make tonight is whether you're going to approve the budget as a budget committee. And that approval then goes on as a recommendation to the board. And that if you do approve tonight, the budget committee approves the proposed budget. And then Then it goes to the board, just the board, not budget committee, and they vote to adopt the budget. And so everything is in order tonight. Someone would make a motion, we'd second and pass the approval. And then that would send it to the board for adoption at the June budget hearing. If you don't approve tonight, then we would go through, field any other questions you have, make adjustments if something were needed. And then we would hold the approval vote until the next meeting, which would be on that board meeting night in June. And then in theory, you would be approving it then and send it to the board for adoption at that same, on that same night.
All right,
I would make a motion that we approve the two CJ budget for the fiscal year 25-26.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Right.
Oh, discussion?
Oh.
Discussion. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have to accept your taxes also?
No, that happens at the budget hearing also. The board is the one that levies, that develops the language to pass the levy.
That's good.
So it is my understanding then that it's now had a motion, the motion is passed to adopt the budget. And so is it my understanding that we do not have a budget committee meeting on June 9th? It just
Correct.
comes, so the chairperson of the budget committee does need to attend the school board meeting to do the proposal.
To share the proposal coming from the budget committee.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll be here on the 9th.
Thank you.
At 6 o'clock. I just wanted to clarify
No, thank you.
before Denise closes the meeting
No.
that.
And I'm not misspeaking, right?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you for your approval and your work at reviewing the budget. This is something you will all be on the budget committee next year. I don't think we have anybody going off, do we?
No, I'm still.
Yeah, so we don't have to have budget committee meetings for us to talk. If you look through and you've got questions about something else or you hear something, please don't hesitate. Just give Stephanie a call in the office. She'll schedule a meeting for us and we'll chat. But at this point, with your approval, the recommendation and the approval will go to the board, the June 9th meeting. And we will be adopting at that point. You're all here, so I'm guessing we will.
And it's not possible to add it to the agenda tonight.
Patient and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we could tackle it and make it happen, but the notices and public being able to comment and such would not be in line with rules.
Calendar.
Okay,
Earlier than what it's supposed to. Myself, like. Sorry. So,
Our work is done.
our work is done.
as soon as you close the meeting.
Oh, I have to
Close
close
the
the
meeting.
meeting. The budget committee meeting.
Do we need a motion to adjourn in this particular? Because some want that, some don't want that.
I do
Just
it for
adjourn.
the school board
I think you
meeting.
should have
but,
the gavel.
Yeah, I do. I can slap Kittle.
Okay.
All right, so budget meeting is adjourned at
5:46.
5:46 PM.
Okay.
Thank you.